Yeah? Yep, and my headphones.
Oh, you said it was dead.
No, my phone was dead. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Getting the live started. Got some nice music. Oh, thank you. There's Esther. Whoa. She's okay. All right. We are getting started. I'll be working on something cool today on the live, something very different. This is for the photographer that we work with, Morgan, but it's actually, you can't even see it at all because it's just the drawing. Her plant painting is what she wanted for subscribing and liking, like everyone can do. If you like and subscribe, right there, see? If you like and subscribe, we'll do a painting for you on live. Let's get some more chill music going on.
The wick on this, it's a tree.
Oh yeah, it's spread out,
It's
whatever.
all everywhere.
Uh-huh.
I think you're not supposed to keep that because then it can
Oh, you cut it or whatever?
places.
Yeah. So that's what I'll be working on, and it's super fun because I get to use a bunch of brushes that we like never use anymore, because we just got very used to using certain brushes and certain techniques and styles for our ones, for the wedding ones. So we have these amazing like super, like here's that dagger again, but it's super large. So I'll get to use ones like this. My dad got me this from, I think, Korea? I don't know, something like that. This brush I'll get to use. And I have these amazing quill ones that I like.
Oh no, is it out?
This I love, but I never get to use it because they're just too big for our style. But I'm going to get to use them today, so I'm very excited. For the plant, my friend wants a painting of a plant. We can do that.
Got my candle going.
Candles going? Good, good.
We got the pancake one.
Oh, that smells so good. I know that kind of sounds weird, like a pancake candle, but
Blueberry
it's
pancake.
really good. Yeah.
Delicious.
Oh, Esther, get a picture or screenshot or something and share that we're going live right now on the different Instagrams. Let me, getting going. Yeah, so that's what we'll be working on. Esther's got her snails, or snail.
Yeah.
So she's got that going, and yeah, you can look at her artwork there as I get my spot set up for painting.
The Wi-Fi is not working for me.
What's wrong?
Oh, here we go.
The live says stream health is excellent connection, which is, I guess that's good.
Not working for me.
No? Alright, I got my spot set up over here, then I can keep drawing a little bit. That's your snail.
But I'm doing this thing you told me.
No, I'm just going back and forth. Both of us aren't working on anything yet. And I'll be using Esther's palette a lot for this one that I'm working on. I'm using this palette. This is the first palette we made together, her and I. So yeah, that's what I'll be using. Some of. I think she's using it too though, so you got to be able to both
You
use
just leave
this.
it right where it is.
Right where it is.
Be in a good spot.
This
Right
way.
in between us.
All right. So we'll be getting going here. Painting. I've been working on this. Let's see what we've got. Let's see. I'm going to get those larger brushes out. The quills. Love these, especially when they're wet, so you can see the nice fine point that they come to. Look at this, it's so cool. Look at that, love that. Woo. Look at that.
Where's the
I
baby
love
one?
that. So anyway, that's what I'll be working on. What's up?
The rigger.
Oh, the liner brush. Here you go. So I got that brush out. I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna use this one. All these large brushes. Let's get all these out the way because I keep this brush around a lot for mixing the colors so I don't ruin the tip of my other brushes. They're already kind of ruined, but well, not ruined, but just as they get older, they lose their tip. That's just how it goes. All right, you guys are gonna like watching this one. This is gonna be. I'm gonna drip over my painting, but that's fine. I'm gonna get a lot of different colors going. Here, I'll make it so you guys can see.
I'm not working with the red at the moment, so I don't need that one.
I'll get a lot of different colors going here and just ready to go so I don't have to be mixing as I'm going. Just let me show you what I'm talking about. If you're joining us just now, we'd love to paint you something on live. That would be fun.
Oh, I got the yawn.
So green for the plant. I'm not just gonna do green though. There's gonna be a lot of colors in this plant, even colors that aren't really naturally there. Love this cerulean blue right here. Oh, I love it. And look, it's kind of opaque even for a watercolor because obviously watercolor is transparent, but this color, it's beautiful. I need to mix up a lot of colors, so you're gonna see me spend a lot of time on this. There's that green. Love purple. You're gonna use a lot of purple opposite there, the green, so it makes me some really cool colors. This isn't my favorite purple though. My favorite purple is a Theo Violet. That's not on this palette. Kind of make a Theo Violet mixing the purple with the cerulean. Mix up a lot of paint. I'm gonna make it really dark because I can add water easily as I'm painting. How are you, Esther?
I'm tired.
Tired?
I
You slept so much though.
a lot today.
The more you sleep, the tired you are.
Yeah.
And this red over here. And I'm still gonna go back into the wells of paint with the other brushes. You kind of have to some degree. All right. So I got the colors mixed up. Look over at Esther's snail.
I'm doing some little lines on the bottom of the mushroom to show all the little, whatever you call those. I wanted to say gills, but it's definitely not gills.
I can't really zoom out because the painting is in the middle. I'm trying to zoom up a little bit, but that's kind of more on the brushes. Ooh, there you go.
Oops.
You have to hold it very still though once you get into position. There you go. Oh, nice. Yeah, we couldn't see that. That's amazing. All right.
Thank you.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start with a lot of water. So I'm going to use this large oval brush, which also comes to a nice point when it's wet. But I just love these brushes. These are so nice. So this is going to start out very abstract. I'm going to be going outside of the leaves with the water on purpose. And my water's a little purple, and I do not care. And some parts that I will not be putting water on, I'll be going outside of the edges, but I will not be going into a lot of the holes that the leaves make, the space between the pieces of the leaves. So you'll notice I am going around those, not all of them. Let's see that? See those shapes there that I'm making? But down here I'm going past the edge of the leaf. So coming in here, so I'm not being detailed yet. I am leaving some areas with no water, but some areas I'm just completely filling up with water, especially up in this top corner. But then I'm leaving spots with no water, and you're gonna see why. This is for Morgan. Did you share so people know we're going?
Huh?
Did you share so people know we going?
Yeah.
Nice. This one's for Morgan. You could tell Morgan specifically that we're working on this one, so she can watch if she wants.
Let's see.
What?
Let's see. Oh, you already did.
No, not today.
Yesterday. Why'd you say that yesterday?
Well, because I was just about to start it, and now we're actually starting it. So tell her, hey, we're on live.
Whoops.
Okay, so I've got the water. Okay. I'm not sure why our music stopped.
How do I get out of this? Oh. There we go.
Oh, music's back. Okay.
I don't know what this vanish mode is on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
But I keep accidentally opening it and then forgetting how to get out of it.
And now watch this. Beautiful. Look at this. Going outside of the leaves. Letting this color just run. Coming with some gray. So I mix the, oh, look at that. I mix the green and the purple opposite, so we get this beautiful color. Coming up here. Just letting these colors run. This is something to really enjoy with watercolor. Now coming in with a bright green for this one. So lots of colors here.
Oh. That looks nice. I like the soft pastels.
And then it's gonna start drawing. And I'm gonna keep adding. I'm also gonna do a lot of dabbing as well. You can't see me, but I'm dabbing. No, I'm going to be dabbing off this water. See that? See that? And it loses that edge. There's a few parts up here where there's just too much. There we go. There we go. And it might not come through great on the camera because, oh yeah, you can see pretty well. And then I'm going to come through with this brush, get that green and that blue, and splatter. Look at this.
Oh.
Lots of water makes the splatters a lot bigger. There we go. That's what I was looking for. And a lot of these I don't want to be nearly as dark as they're getting, so watch. As I let it dry a little bit, then I'm going to go and dab off those splatters that I threw in, and it'll stain the paper enough to where they'll still be there, but they'll be much more muted. I'm going to do some gray. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right there. Oh yeah. And you might be like, wow, you're really losing the leaf. And yes, I'm purposely doing that right now. I'm going to come in and refine the edges later. And it's going to be good. See, so now when I dab these splotches off, it simply makes them not as dark, but it leaves their same exact shape. So I don't want them to be a focal point. I want them to be there, but I want them to be light. So if you let it sit for a little bit, it stains the paper enough to where you're not going to pick it up completely by dabbing it. Let me zoom in for you here.
Ooh, and your palette looks super cute too.
Yeah. Here we go.
I love the palettes, mixing colors.
There we go. See that? See what it did there? Scoot this over. There you go. Okay, so just the start. Our music keeps pausing. Oh, and every time I come to this page, it plays. Okay. 1 second. I'll make these separate pages. Alright. But now I do have to let it dry. So that becomes a little boring. But I just hope I didn't lose the edges too much, so I can still see what I'm doing, but also I can just wing it obviously as well and bring those edges back. This is the start.
You can kind of still
Yeah, you can still see. Taking a little bit of a smaller brush here just to lose a couple edges. I don't think I want this edge yet. So I'm gonna get rid of that edge.
That's cute. I was almost thinking of doing that
For what you're doing?
type of background and doing like some red loose shadows in the back as if there's like mushrooms in the back. But I was like, no, settle down. You're not that advanced.
Advanced? This is just splattering and having a good time.
Yeah. That's the thing. A lot of art forms, different forms, you look at it and you're like, yeah, I could do that. That looks pretty easy. Just a couple lines here, a couple lines there. And then you start and you're like, oh, just kidding. It only looks easy because an artist is doing it.
So now I'm going in and adding water after it's already started to dry, and you're gonna get some really cool textures. Let's look right here at this. There you go. Here, see that? It creates rings and blooms, they call it. There we go. Pushes, kind of gets under the color and pushes water underneath it. It's quite cool. But see, some hard edges. See, like here, this one's gonna stay hard the whole time. Never gonna lose that one. It's a focal point of the leaves here. And see, since these aren't people, right? It doesn't need to look exactly. I mean, leaves can be anything. I did go off of her picture a lot. It's definitely in the same shape and the same style. She sent a picture of her. She emailed us a picture of her actual plant to paint. So we're not just doing a plant. It's literally her plant in her, it's either backyard or front yard or something. So yes, that is what V is doing. All right, my stuff has to dry, so let's check out Esther. Actually, right before we do, I'll fix her camera a little bit.
Whoa.
Can't really see what she's doing.
My camera work wasn't good. Wow. Hello.
There we go. Now I can more see what she's doing. There we are.
Okay. I need to blend this out real quick. Okay. Where are we? I just did all these little under things. So I did those
nice.
little lines, and then I went back through and re-added like the little shadow blends that I had put down first. Made them a little darker. Ooh, stretch. And I think I'm gonna add 2 little stumps for these. Just kind of wing it.
So I gotta wait quite a long time. I'll probably go blow dry this. I'll be back.
Okay. So we got one little stump in, and then we'll just do another one over here. Just very subtle. Okay. Let's see, what else? I think we're gonna add a little bit of color into the white spots, just to add some dimension. Little yellowish brown type of mixture.
Oh my gosh, that candle smells amazing.
I know, my goodness, it's a good one.
All right, so I blow dried this. Just didn't want to do it in the room we were in, obviously, because that'd be super loud. So I'm loving this, guys. I know you might be looking at that like, what the heck? Looks like someone barfed on your paper. But that's the idea. I want it to look like that. I don't know if you understand. No.
Okay, great. I'm sure that's exactly what you wanted.
It is what I wanted. I just said that.
No, what Morgan wanted.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So this style, I love this for watercolor, and really a lot of people do too. Honestly, people seem to like this more a lot of times. And so anyway, loose background, and now I'm gonna go in and work on each segment of the leaf individually. So yeah, here we go. So much darker color right away and hard edges. The colors will still be the cerulean, the green, but I'm gonna use this cool brush my dad got me. Thanks, Dad. Dad took a trip and got me this years ago. And I really haven't had too much of a chance to use it again because of the style that we do. This brush wouldn't lend itself to this style, but this style it really does. So here we go. I got the first segment of the leaf here. Oh, what a beautiful color. I'm gonna follow the vein of the leaf here up and just do this first segment of the leaf. So here's where I'm actually gonna start the details, the blending. But honestly, I'll even leave stuff like that, like even some of those hard edges. But I'll also blend some other ones. Oh, look at that. Esther, you'd love this where I'm at right now.
Huh?
You'd love the part that I just did. Look at that.
1 second.
Coming back in.
Ooh.
A little more green. Gonna do this other side of the leaf here. Make it more green. You gotta change up the color, but I'm gonna leave that little vein in the center. A lot of hairs come out of this brush as well, so I have to be careful. Leaving that little center bit, coming down around this corner here. And I don't have to be super worried about staying inside the lines or any of that type of stuff, because the whole point is that this has become now a very fluid shape, and I can kind of remake it. I got the picture right off the side to me here, and I can change sections and make it look how I want and what fits this composition really well. Blending some stuff simply by dabbing off my brush and then coming back in. I'm not rinsing it off completely. But I could also do that where I rinse the brush off, dab it off, get it really dry, and then do a dry lift. So now I'm coming in with a very dry brush, and look at the point that it gets.
On my mushrooms.
Yeah, and then look. I can lift stuff up, and what that does, it's a backwards blend, because I'm not going to be able to get a super harsh edge with picking up color with a wet brush or a semi-dry brush. So it's a backwards blend. It's still a blend. Nice, yeah. Okay, so walking through this, there's a dark part of the leaf right here. I'm going to throw that in with a little bit of purple, a little shadow. Yeah. And coming back in wet on wet, right? I started wet on wet because I wet the background before I did it. There we go. Okay. Oh, what's up, Chris? This is the Chris you actually know. This is Chris Wolf. What's up, Chris?
Okay.
There was a different Chris on the other day. There was a different Chris that was on the other day, Chris. And she was like, is that Chris Wolf? And I was like, no. But now it is. We be working. Like and subscribe, Chris, and we will paint you something on live. We'll paint you a car, Chris.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, send us a picture of your car, Chris. We'll paint it on live. All you gotta do is like and subscribe, share it. Here's some cars we've done before. Ooh, look at that. Here's another one. They saw people in it, which you could have people in it too. But I just also, you can see the details of the cars that we did there, the reflections, all that type of stuff. So if you want a car, Chris got a cool car, and he likes cars, so that's why I mentioned him. Chris said, I got you. Come on, Chris, we know that. Chris got us. All right, I'm gonna keep going. I love cerulean blue. Absolutely one of my favorites. Always mix that into my green. I don't use green right out the palette.
Yeah, we almost never use the straight up.
The straight up green's like that tennis ball looking.
Tennis ball?
It's just, no, it's not.
Tennis ball is yellow.
I know,
right?
I know. Yellowish. So I'm coming in. Got a little more green here. Ooh, see that? Just letting the watercolor do its thing. What? Esther's laughing at me, guys.
I don't know what to do next with my painting.
Esther is the snail in the painting.
What?
Slow.
Hey. That's
No, that could be good.
nice.
Slow and steady wins the race, you know what I'm saying? Esther's the tortoise, you know?
Okay, thanks.
Wait,
I'm gonna work on the snail a little bit.
Okay. Mixing a little purple into my color here. Oh, and by the way, if a hair does get into your paint, especially in watercolor, don't try and get it out. Let it dry first. Then you can just literally either blow it off or pick it up. Doesn't matter. Don't try and pull it out while the paint's wet. Oh, no.
I always do that.
Yep. It ruins it.
And no, I pretty much can get it out without.
Oh, really? But it just doesn't matter. It's basically the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it just bothers me.
Yeah, you could also grab it. Don't grab it. You could also grab it.
With your...
It's a good song.
What you're doing right now.
Yes, and yes, I
would be
subscribed last video and liked most of them. I still have to finish watching all of them. Thanks, my boy.
With your giant brush would be a problem. I'm usually using like the brushes that barely have any hairs, and the thing I usually get out is just like fluff from the air. It's not actual hairs.
A big old hair, just
and
wait.
the tiny tip of these brushes just picks it up and barely even touches the paint. But
Yeah.
yours would be a little more different.
Yeah, like look, this one keeps losing hairs. But again, for this style of painting, don't even matter. Add to it. I'll leave the hair in the painting. A lot of this is about individual strokes. How few strokes can you use to get across this idea of the leaf? And then going back through, and this is kind of also that style I was mentioning to Esther for the one she's doing. See, the leaf just oh look, oh you won't be able to see that on live, but it left this amazing, the hair that was there left this amazing texture. Left this the hair's gone. That's what it left. Yeah. So I can go through and I want to see each brush stroke that I'm making. Let me turn this a little bit, guys, so my hand doesn't keep being in the way as I'm painting. Or at least a little bit less. So you can see every stroke, everything that I'm putting in, I'm doing a lot of like picking the brush up, putting it down, picking it up, putting it down, picking it up. See that? Ooh. Love that. And some parts are still wet, so it's blending, and then some parts are dry. So it's just beautiful. And these are two separate leaves, so I'm actually going to separate that there. And then come in with a light. There's just an area that's a little too blank. And in the picture, this leaf is much wider. So I'm simply going to come in. And boom, look at that. There we go. That was a good song. So that leaf, getting close to being done there. Morgan's going to super enjoy this style. I don't know if she's been on yet to see, but she would. And then you can come back and do a wet lift, which is once the paint is kind of dried, you can re-wet it and pick it up and lose edges, and look at that. Boom. Look at that. Ooh, that's nice. Lose this edge there, kind of came later.
I like that brush.
Love it. Oh yeah, I love this brush. And it looks so cool. I will go over to Esther for a little bit.
I just stopped working on mine. I did little spots on the snail. I don't know if you'll be able to see on here. Little bumps. I don't really know how to finish it.
Finish the painting?
Yeah.
A painting is never done. You just decide when to stop.
I'm wondering if I should do like
Sorry guys, I keep knocking into the
any
microphone.
background stuff, or just leave it right how it is.
So, music's a little loud, sorry.
I don't know.
Feeling stuck on it?
Yeah.
So this leaf I'm going to do slightly different. I want multiple styles in here. But a lot of things are just that one stroke. gonna follow this edge up, create that center vein there. Oh, oops, I'm gonna come back to me.
Yeah.
There we go. And now I've done multiple leaves at one time, and the top of the leaves are all gonna come into view with a blend here. So the top of the blend will be crisp. I'm not blending to water, I'm not blending to nothing. So the top, the edge that I'm making will still be crisp, but the bottom will be that shadow. So I'm gonna keep this line that we got in there from the background. I'm gonna create the vein there. Turn this around. Leaves that go off this side as well. But with this leaf, I'm branching everything off from the center. So whole different styles too for each leaf. Makes for a really very fluid, very interesting painting. And I'll change up a couple shapes too from the picture. It doesn't need to be exactly the same. Oh, Esther's doing something. What are you doing, Esther? Shake a weight over there? Oh, she has some different type of paint.
Yes.
Shoot, that's good. Thanks, Chris.
Because I bought these to do with the alcohol ink, but these are not alcohol ink, but they were with it, so I thought they were. But these are water reactive dyes. So I'm just going to put all these valuable paintings aside.
Yeah, don't.
Commissions.
Yeah, don't.
And then I'm going to test it on a blank sheet and just see how it reacts.
Oh, okay, see how it does.
Watercolor.
Alright, she's grabbing stuff. I'll come back to mine.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. I got a good leaf going on here, so I just wanted to show you guys.
That's a good leaf right there.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Little piece there that kind of goes up. There we go.
Alright, let's see.
Got a good style going there. Good leaf.
I'm just going to do it on my tester sheet.
The other leaves aren't as pleasing of a shape, so I have to kind of play with what I want to do here. I might take one of the leaves out and just let it really like blend into the background. It's this area right here, so I don't know. I'll have to play with it.
Where?
This leaf here. Just
Oh,
really
yeah,
good shape.
'cause it's
And
like
this one goes over the
bent
top, and I'm
inside.
trying to think if I want another big leaf right here. There's another big leaf that goes right here. So I don't know. I'm gonna move up to the top.
I like that small back one though.
Oh, I love this one. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to keep playing with the composition as it comes together, because again, so this is like surrealism, right? So it's a real thing. It's plants, it's leaves, but it's not super realistic though. So it's not really surrealism because usually that's very Whoa, let's see what Esther's doing. Go. Sheesh. So she's just kind of
got it all over our table.
Well, it's fine if it gets on the table, but don't let it get on any of the other paintings. That's just over here being crazy.
If it's water reactive, it'll just clean right up. Right?
Yeah, but off the desk, but not off the paintings. It'll stain the paper.
Yeah, that's why I moved them all.
I know. Just
Let me clean that up real quick.
letting everybody know that we're not just shooting their paintings with some weird.
Oh, but
color.
I also don't know. I'm just going to use the bad mixing brush.
Yeah, don't use
They also
don't
don't
use
know
nice brushes.
what this is made out of.
Yeah, brushes are quite.
Not that you're really supposed to
Articulate.
move it. I think it's just for spraying. But it kind of works like watercolor.
Yeah, any water-based. You can even make acrylic kind of work like watercolor if you want. Got another leaf coming up here. Bouncing around some different colors. I haven't put any of the red in yet. I don't know if I can now. And I probably shouldn't because it's too
Red?
warm.
You got red?
It's mixed up over here. I haven't used it yet. It's too opposite of a color.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Right now I've got some really nice, cool values going on.
I always like cool tones better than
Yeah, I'm
warm. I like blue, purple, green, all the colors you have right now.
Green is super cool because it's yellow and blue. And people always try to wonder, is it a cool color? Is it a warm color? What is it? Because technically you're supposed to mix equal amounts of both, right? But then you can obviously mix more of one more than the other. But green never looks warm. Green colors almost never look warm unless there's a ton of yellow. If I think of a tennis ball green, right, that you would call yellow, like you just said yourself.
Oh, okay.
But whenever it becomes something that you would call green, it seems as though it's cool. Now, all these greens are, of course, cool because I've been mixing a ton of blue in with them, so that's not really.
Yeah, that's usually what I
And this
do.
whole shape, I'm gonna just, boom.
You're not on your thing.
Oh, I'm not. Oh, shoot. That whole shape of that leaf that I did, I'm just right away just dabbing it off. I might even want to lose one of the edges completely. Just playing around with it. The tips of these leaves came out a little bit further than what I have. So I can, again, just lose this edge and come back to them later and add more if I want. I can also just lose the edge completely. That looks pretty cool. This one I'll keep. See that? Lost edge, found edge. This is the bread and butter of watercolor. Lost and found edges. Yeah, that looked a lot better, that change that I just did. These leaves needed to come out and be angled down. It started looking like a different kind of plant. And I come in with a really, I mean, look at that cerulean blue, even on the brush. Look at that. Look at that. It's such an opaque color. Because watercolor, yes, everything's transparent, but the more you paint and the more you get used to your brushes and how much, I mean, you can feel how much water's on the end of your brush. You can know like how each paint is going to react to other paints. Certain paints separate from each other, blue and brown, and all brands work differently too. So you get used to certain brands and you get used to certain styles of, it's amazing. Well, this is turning out really good. Look at that. Oh, whoops. I don't know if she picks stuff up because you see down to the rasty floor. Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's turning out really good. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do here. I'm going to do something because it's obviously too blank of a space, but this leaf also has another huge piece that comes up here, so I'm going to put that now that I'm seeing this, and then I probably won't have to put as much for the other, and it can be this very organic composition. So I'm going to go in with my cool...
It's supposed to be an odd number, right?
I mean, it's her plant.
Yes, but for composition wise.
Yeah, not always, but
you're
yes.
Not supposed to do 2 and 4 or
right.
something.
Right. Odd numbers are usually respected. Put some respect on my name. So I'm gonna add this other big leaf, this other big segment of the leaf that comes off of this one. It's actually gonna be cool because I've done it later, so it's gonna stand out no matter what I do. Ooh, look at that.
Put one of your other colors in there. There you go.
Yeah, I like that. I definitely filled in that space up there. But now I've got to still decide. And then see, I can reconnect it to the leaf by taking a color in to this part. It just needs to go somewhere. It doesn't be anything in particular. You can just find a little section. Bring it in. God, I use a paper towel a lot for this type of style. Just be dabbing stuff. I'm like, oh, take stuff away, bring it back. And this brush is a natural hair brush, so it doesn't hold its shape. So you'll notice these brushes are snapping back to their shape, synthetic. This brush, natural hair. So if I be going in here and doing some crazy shape with it, it's gonna keep that bent. It's gonna keep whatever I do to it. So it's really cool for paintings like this because you want that organic, random shapes coming through. He flips over here, so I'm going to create that little flip. Other ones flip this. Yeah. Gotta get back to work, but keep it up. Thanks, Chris. Catch you later. Yeah, so I have to put something here. I also want to add drips later. So I'll be putting some dark color in here and letting some stuff drip down. So I'll be doing that. Yes, a little something has to go there. Let me throw it in now. This leaf is pointing this way and coming into the other ones. All these other ones have this nice S kind of composition here, and this one's like, So I need to carefully add it, and also it needs to be light, so it's not going to be a focal point at all. The painting is really nicely leading into this leaf here for the focal point.
And that could help that weird
It could,
angle that
it could,
has,
but I have
'cause
to
it's
just
still
alter it a
directed
little
toward
bit.
that
Yeah,
one.
I got to keep it light, and I got to keep it behind.
Yeah.
So it has a leaf that comes up here, and has a vein right here. Just gotta make sure it stays behind it. Right there is the vein that it has. And the center of this one is kind of here, and then it has a leaf that comes off the side of it right here. And it has another one that comes up and over and down and flips right there. And then I'm gonna add a couple that it doesn't really have. And just get there we go. And now look, depositing that color. So these dots up and down, up and down, up and down, that's gonna drop off color, see that?
Ooh.
And then it blends itself. I'm not gonna put a ton of colors in this leaf. I'm using it to point towards the other leaves. And I'll have to come back through and, I mean, I will put other colors, it can't just be the one, literally, but I'm not gonna put a lot. I'm not gonna let there be a bunch of distracting tones with this one. And I think I want the edge of this one to be lost. Like I want it to kind of come out of the background. Yeah. See that? So there we go. So now that one's coming out from the background there. And I think I want to really lose it actually. And I think I'll even add more to the background with this one. And just kind of use it to direct the eye a little bit. Don't worry, I'm going to soften this. Just want there to be a little more. There we go. Yeah, I went a little too far right here. Boy, my water's really pink now. There we go. Yeah, that's nice. So the drips I'm gonna add, it's pretty much done. I could easily add another layer too, but that's the thing. You gotta know when to stop. And with this style of painting, you can run it into the ground by, oh, I'll add a little thing here. Oh, a little something here. And then it becomes too detailed. And the whole point was it's this loose, flowy, but I will be adding some drips. So how am I gonna do that? Well, I shall show you. Gonna get some green. I need to match whatever color it's coming from, the drip. Yo, that purple is just crazy.
I know, that's what I
You
was
touch
thinking
that
the other
purple and
day.
it just crazy. So a lot of water. Be adding on the tip of something. Like that, a little too much. So I'm just gonna zip it up a little bit and then it's gonna go. I have to start. Yeah, I want them to see it though. I'm gonna need to get it started. Oh shoot, that brush sucked it all up. Here it comes again, here it comes again. Sheesh. I'll be able to deposit a watercolor. Okay, here it comes, here it comes. And the other thing is I don't want it to go all the way off the page. So that's the other reason why I'm not standing it all the way up, is because I want to be able to control it. Darn. Okay, 1 second. Okay, there it is. Now it looks super dark. And I want the bottom to be the darkest. So I simply have to come through. I need to let it dry a little bit first. I'm getting a little too hasty. So you can also add. You want to make. You don't want to paint in a drip. You do want it to be organic, but you can add to it. See, because it's watercolor. This tip of this one, just work it there. So let it dry a little bit. And then with a clean paper towel, you want to just lay it flat and just like that. Boom. Now you have a really nice drip. Okay. Now I want a nice purple one off the tip of this one. Cerulean and purple together. I know, right? You know, these colors super crazy, so I gotta be careful not to put too much. Okay, so here it comes. I'll show you when I lay it. Sadly, you can't watch once it drips because I do have to sit up all the way. It's going good. 1 second. Oh, you can see down on my feet. I hate that. Okay. Love that color. Here, we'll have Esther get her other camera and hold it so you guys can watch when I...
Oh, try not to.
She'll be a cameraman. Oh, let me turn off her microphone so that you guys don't have to hear all that noise. There we go. So now I just got my mic. What's up? Yeah, fix the line. We don't have to. Alright, switching to Esther's cam, she's gonna come a little closer, kind of get down on the shot. Alright, so here's Esther's stuff, here's Esther's view. So that's how I'd be doing that, is I'd be picking it up and going like that. So she'll zoom up twice, she just has to hit the zoom twice button. That'll make it a lot easier. It's right on the front, it's just right there. You just have to click it. It's you click what says 1. Yeah,
it doesn't look like it's zoomed though. Oh, I did this. What's that?
All right, now she's really close. Okay, so this is what we're gonna be doing here, and I'm just getting this drip. You gotta have one come off the main. Oh, maybe not. No, actually, one can't come off the main one. It's gonna come off one. Yeah, that one and this one maybe 2. I'll start with 1. All right, Esther has spoken. It's coming off this one right here.
A nice purple.
A purpley one? No, I think green this time.
Oh.
I think green because it's coming off a green leaf.
But it has purple.
It does have a little bit, but I'm feeling a brighter green this time. Okay, so see, you get it started like this, and then, and also, look at that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that one's really good. Okay, but it can't be that dark, so I'll and then look, come close. I get rid of this edge by just going like this. Look at that. And then it really looks like that drip was done first. But you don't want the drips have to be random, obviously, but you don't want it to where you haven't been able to pick your composition first. Like, notice we were commenting on, like, oh, which one should we do? Like, sometimes you can't know which one to do until you're at the end, but drips have to be random. So you have to have a way to be able to bring it back in at the end. And the way to do that is what we just did. You just soften it in, and it looks like, oh, they even started with that. Sheesh. It's looking good. It's pretty dry enough. I always crumple up my paper towels, so even when I want, and then I fold it. See, I just crumple it up again. Lose that edge. And also, the paint from the palette really helps with this. These paints definitely react very different, and the palette ones. It's a little higher quality, this larger palette, the paint in here. And not that the paint for your guys' paintings is low quality, it's just different. They're for different things. These paints don't blend as easily once they're dry, and we actually want that for these style. We don't want it to blend a bunch when it's already dry. We want the stuff that we've put to stay. This type of painting, we want all this loose, crazy movement. Now I need one from this plant here. I need one probably. Yeah, probably right there. Yeah. Because this one needs to be a deep green. Oh yeah, I'll switch to yours when I really get to it. So this is a deeper. I'm putting some indigo in the green, muting the green, a little bit of purple too, just to mute it. But this is really going to be a gray color here. Okay, so I'm getting it in here. Here we go. Switching over to Esther's camera. So I'm going to bring it up and also blow on it. So now I sometimes go like this too, but you want to weight it to where all that color's at the bottom. Widen that. These ones down here, they're good, but the bottom didn't get wide enough or dark enough. And I could add it later, but don't.
That green one is good though.
This one's beautiful. Oh yeah,
And
these
then
ones, these are good. These are
did
good,
too.
but they're not the same. And now, of course, I'm gonna come in and lose that edge. So here we go. I'll lose this edge here. Look at that. Edge lost. You know what I'm saying? We will have to obviously lighten that drip there. Actually, I know I just said don't, but I am gonna be kind of helping this drip down here a little bit. Darkening this edge and then okay, this strip doesn't really need any help. It doesn't need to be lighter though, but I'm going to try not to touch the very bottom of it. Just the very bottom. A little too dark still at the bottom. I don't think I lost it, you think?
Well, no, yeah, it's
I like
darker
that.
at the bottom.
Yeah, see, I can create a blend even on these drips. Just dab right in the center. Dark up at the top, dark at the bottom. And then it blends itself. It doesn't get a hard edge because the paper towel is crumpled up. So it has these random mottled edges. I think I want one to kind of go over. Just a little bit. It'll really add, because all these drips have been off in the background. I really want one to go over just the top, just to come into that.
Just the first.
Yeah, it can't be in here. Well, it could be.
No, I think I like it right here.
You like that side?
Yeah.
Okay. This side. This leaf. This
No,
one. No,
the
this
blue
one. The blue.
And do a blue.
Make it slightly blue.
Then
Okay.
the leaf under it
Yeah.
is green. So
Yeah.
just go.
Okay, so this one's gonna be a little different, guys. We're gonna go over one of the leaves that are already here. So we need a lot of water and a lot of color because it needs to be dark enough.
But make sure it doesn't go down too far.
Yeah, it can't go down too far. They've been really not moving, which is good. All right, here we go. We're gonna go to Esther's camera here. Okay, so we're gonna get that one. Oh, I like that it stopped in between them. Yeah. But I actually want this one to stay pretty dark, so.
Yeah, because this one's on top.
And while it's still wet, you could even add more color. So you don't want to create these drop shapes. You want them to be organic, but you can. Oh, Esther's showing a cool shot here of me getting the. Yeah, that's real good. Yep. No problem, this one doesn't have a mic on it. It's still probably making a loud noise. I'm not sure why the cameras are falling. Usually they stay pretty good. All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. That was super fun. Look at that piece right there. Let me get the light over here. Honestly, I should have got her. There we go. Look at that. Really enjoyed that. I love this one actually. After I did it, how it disappears into the background. Super cool. Morgan, this one's for you. This was for someone that liked and subscribed to our channel. Well, they didn't like our channel, they liked the videos. But they subscribed to the channel, they liked the video, and we did this painting for them. They simply messaged it to us over Instagram. You can see our Instagram tag right there is art at Find Your Hues. Find Your Hues is our business where we partner with wedding photographers. And people message us the painting. So once you like and subscribe, all you gotta do is then get a way to get a picture to us. You can email it to us. Most people, they just Instagram message it, and we will paint it for you on live, just like this, and there you go. So fantastic. It was great to see you guys. Hope you had a good time. Got that vibey music. So anyway, lots of fun. We got some new lights, so we're going to be doing some of our other type of videos too, like our ponder and things like this.
Not new lights for these.
No, not new lights for these. These turned out super good. These work great, and the way they move and stuff, oh, it's just fantastic. But we got some new lights for downstairs. We do like the ponder videos, so that's super cool. And I trim my beard a little bit.
Oh, you did.
Not today. You saw it. It was the other day.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, thanks a lot. Had a fun time. Hope you did too. Really enjoyed this. This will be for Morgan, and I'll be sending her a picture of it. So we will see you guys next time.